what's up, YouTubers, market participants, and day traders? You just stumbled upon my channel where I'm going to review my day trades daily. So if you're new to the game, you're struggling to make money, and you got a small account, you found your boy. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Definitely join the family because AKA Will the Wise, AKA Will the Market, and AKA your boy are here. Let's jump into these trades. Hey, what's up, YouTubers, day traders, and market participants? Your boy is back with another episode. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the fast scalps, why I decided to make them fast scalps, and another key trading concept that is really going to make you guys a lot of money and keep you from missing out. I'm missing out currently, and we're gonna get into why. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, stick to the end. I got golden nuggets in here for you guys. Let's go ahead and get straight into the episode. All right, so in today's episode, fast scalps on trading concepts, right? So first trade was Tesla. And here I'm saying get the big picture. Wink, wink, get the big picture. Look at Tesla's local high. Tesla's local high is right up in here. It's having problems in this area, right? Which is honestly starts from the 232 line. Right, it starts from the 232 line because of what happened in here. The red candle right here closed below it, right? So that's the first sign that we couldn't hold the 232 line. As we're going over, keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. So jumping over to the actual trade. Here is the trade that I took this morning. So I watched Tesla open up. This is the 2-minute chart. It should say 2-minute and 5-minute. It's below the 200 moving average, right? Which kind of already is a little sign of weakness on the 2. However, it's still above on the 5-minute chart. It's still over the 200 time frame, right? So still overall bullish, right? So honestly, when this candle opens up, this wick and this wick is a kind of an undecided candle. First the bulls were in winning position, then the bears took over, then the bulls came back and brought it back up. So no clear decisive winner on this first candle. That's what I saw. So as soon as this one opened up and it just kept going higher and higher and higher and higher and past this red, that's my time to punch long. So that's when I went in with my contracts, right? And my stop is going to be under this. So if it stops here or even goes up and gives me a wick, and then the next candle is just a red candle that goes past that point, I'm out. This is what I stand to lose, right? This is what I stand to lose. And this is what I stand to make if I'm correct. Do you see how small this section is? And do you see how big this section is, right? So I punch in right here as soon as green eliminates red. It gets higher than this flew. This went from what, 227 all the way to 230 in one 2-minute candle. Crazy move. I was able to, I sold right here the first time because I was already at 20%. Take your profits as soon as they come to you, especially if they hit levels. And then where did I sell some more? I sold some more right here at the high of yesterday's price, because if it hit here and rejected, that would have been a great spot to get out. So this trade right here already done within 2 minutes. Now, next trade that I take, I noticed that this is all yesterday's data, right? This is the last hour starts right here. So we're over all of yesterday's data. That's another key trading concept. I want you guys to see, even in the last trade or in the next trades I'm going to get into, are going to be key trading concepts of being over yesterday's last hour data, right? So we are over last hour's data. And not only are we over, it didn't wick back down and come down here and close. If it would have done that, I would have saw a lot of signs for weakness, but it did not come back down and close below yesterday's high. It actually closed above with a good margin of space. So now I'm super bullish. I actually jump in again with more contracts at the start of this candle. I saw it go red a little bit, but as soon as the red was gone, I said, boom, let's go. Green, as soon as it shot up here, got my 20% already, sold. Sold yet again, a quick trading concept of 2-minute scalping, especially over the highs and closing over yesterday's high. Now, 232 still in my mind. We get to 232. I actually got out of one more contract here, I believe. I actually re-entered the position here once we got to the 8 EMA. I didn't notate that, but I got in here, this 8 EMA. We pushed up just a little bit. I think it was only like a 5% gain. I didn't take it. Then this next, because I wanted to see if we can go back up to highs, right? And then this next candle gets all the way up to the high and then immediately reverses. And then bam, I'm out of the trade because my reason for entry was right there at the 8 moving average. This candle closed above it. This candle closed below it. I'm out. It broke the 8 EMA. I was hoping that the 8 EMA was going to extend. I was hoping that the 20 EMA was going to extend. And I was hoping that the 200 was going to curl up like that, giving us that 3-finger prong, right? Did not happen. Out of the trade here. This loss did not nearly cover all of this gain right here, all right? So was there a reason why there was issue with the 232 line? It clearly stated that last week that it had problems getting over 232 to 235, right? So didn't want to stick around any longer, didn't want to live through this mess. Just here's a solid attempt, and here it's a solid attempt. If you would have took this giant green bar off of the 200 moving average, I would have been all good for that. That's also a good trade you could have took. You would have lost because literally the next two go down. You would have been stopped out here. You would have lost on this amount here. Yeah, that would have sucked. I didn't play it because I was already done for the day. But that would have been an ideal. That would have been an ideal entry. You have a good setup. You have a good entry. It doesn't pay out. That is what happens. The market isn't always going to act 100% as it's supposed to, right? As if everything aligned appropriately. Next up would be Meta. Okay, so with this Meta trade here, same concept. And let me go back to the I think the 5-minute I was just stating, yeah, overall bullish on Tesla, right? 5-minute here on Meta, overall bullish as well. Yeah, we opened up below the 200, but we're still above on the 5-minute chart, right? Which makes me still overall bullish. And like I was saying in other videos, this candle is a straight indecision candle. That means nobody won. No bears, no bulls. They both went back and forth, toughed it out. Nobody won in the first 2 minutes. Bulls definitely won in the next 5. Oh, this is the 5-minute chart. No one won in that first 5 minutes. And in the next 5 minutes, the bulls took over, right? So what you can see here down here is this perfect engulfing, bull engulfing candle. We get say this is your indecision candle, right? No one won that first one. Then from the 200, you get this demon candle, huge demon candle, right? And then after that comes a Super Saiyan candle and takes it over entirely. Now, the last one to win was the bulls. That's all green. I see nothing but green there. I did hesitate. I hesitated because the gap here is kind of small. It's kind of small, having the same idea with Tesla, right? Going up to yesterday's high. So I entered in on this candle as opposed to this candle. This would have been the better candle. This would have been the perfect candle. But this would have been the better candle. I waited 2 more minutes. This was the better candle. I jump in still. I get my first 15-20% sell here right away. I ignore this because what happened here, I was waiting through this candle. It was an indecision candle. No one won. And then boom, green came back in. Green came back. The red tried to fight them. That was the red trying to fight. Can we fight them? We have equal power here. Then the bulls came back in with a little bit more volume. Bam, let's kick it back up. So they kicked it back up. I get my 40%er here. I get 40%. I'm out. And I got out for the same reasons where I'm at yesterday's high. Notice the difference here. Tesla closed above yesterday's high. The candle actually closed at the high. This candle gets to the high, rejects from it, and actually closes here, which is not above. That's a terrible line. Boom. That's still a terrible line, but it barely. So it doesn't close above the high. Does not close above the high. That was the first sign of weakness, right? Next candle shoots above the high, but then rejects and gives us a high with a red candle. That is the sign of a reversal. If you got a high that hits and then it turns into a red candle, be very cautious. If you hit a low and it turns into a green candle, be very cautious, because usually you're trying to keep playing the momentum to the upside, and then you're usually trying to keep playing the momentum to the downside. Those are sometimes good times to turn and go short, because if I would have went short here on this candle and just had my stop here, I would have eventually gotten paid here, and I could have just held the whole way through. That would have been a good hold if you would have been able to get in short here from this crazy reverse candle right here from this high and held it all the way through and then sold here. That would have been a huge profit. Nonetheless, I ignore this. I ignore both signs of weakness here. I ignored both. I don't know why. Maybe I was just excited about Tesla because it was moving and it gave me such a huge profit really quick. I jumped into this candle right here. Reason for being, we get to the 8 moving average again, and I'm thinking, hey, boom, boom, boom. We're going to get the 3-prong shift up, right? Wrong. Next candle takes me out. But guess what, guys? That is the power of this, is I only lost this. But I made this, right? So yeah, this can fit in here. I ended up losing for my last trade, but I still made all of this here. You know what I'm saying? So that is the power of the fast scalp, from here to here, knowing that this is going to be resistance. This is going to be an area of resistance. And man, did it turn into area of resistance. Next trade. Now, ARM. ARM is the one that I am missing out on. I am missing out on so much right now, but it's okay. Look at the perfect narrow state. Perfect narrow state exploding into the 3-finger prong. Beautiful. Now, indecision candle. Finally, we start getting a little bit of green, and then boom, that's when the bulls came to play. So I should have been in at this candle, but I was a little bit busy with other candles or other charts, but I noticed it gave me still a perfect opportunity because it retraced back. It didn't took over half took over half the size of the first move. So that's still a good spot to enter. That's still a good spot to enter. The next candle went down to the bottom thirds. Now it's a little skeptical. Now I'm only thinking maybe we get to the highs again. If we got to the middle, then I'm thinking we can go for sure even higher. But the fact that we came down to the bottom thirds, I'm thinking we either get a double top here. That's my thought process at this point when we pulled back so far in this first green candle. If we stay above it in this first third part of the candle, then boom, we get that beautiful flag. Here it was a flag, but it took a while to manifest, right? So I went in here, got into this candle as soon as green took over red. As soon as it closed and it took over red, and I had the green power on my side. You know, it chops around for a little bit, and then boom, we get our first push. Then boom, we get our next push. I'm up 15-20%, sell. Up here, we start breaking through the highs, and I'm like, all right, with that concept in mind, you know, the pushback, how high can I go? You know, as soon as I got a new highs, I was at like 40% on the contract, sold. That's good enough for me, right? Just to miss all of this move. And it respected the 8 moving average the entire way through, right? First off, I should have saw this trade as this, to be honest. I should have saw this being a giant green candle. If I would have saw this being a giant green candle, then we are still in the top upper third of that move. Boom. Back up to that high. That is a perfect, well, complete. So, that is a perfect, just absolute perfect demonstration of it. But here is, what did we do in the first slide with Tesla? What did we do in the first slide with Tesla, right? We looked at the big picture. What is the big picture with ARM? Let's take a look. Boom, here's your 15-minute. Here is your 30-minute. As soon as we broke above this, I have no resistance. I have no data to go off of. Where can I go? To the moon. Boom. As soon as we broke above that, I have no data on the 30-minute, dating back to 2 Fridays ago. I got above it a long time ago. Where can we go? To the moon. So getting the big picture saves, in this case scenario where we got above all the highs, this was something I could have held a lot longer, as opposed to the first 2 trades where we hit the highs. Tesla gave me one more opportunity to take a trade. Meta, as you saw, pulled back and did not close above the highs, signifying Meta was a little bit weaker. And ARM being the strongest, as it's breaking through and it's higher than it's been in the last 2-3 weeks. Very, very powerful stuff. And that will help you keep the 9 to 5 away, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.